I'm Dylan Black. Joan Sparling Migwans is an author, and she has a brand new book. It's called Uprooted. Joan is joining us right now, or Joan rather, with a very important story to tell. First of all, hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to have you on the show. Now, this is a very important story, some serious stuff as well. So can you tell us what the inspiration are? We're going back to the mid-2000s?
2005.
Okay.
I was a teacher here in Ottawa, and I applied to teach at an international school in Aleppo, Syria. And so I took my 4 children and uprooted us and moved to someplace completely outside our comfort zone. Different culture, different food, different weather. It was so hot there.
Can I actually stop you there? So why, first of all, name of the book, Uprooted, clever, you know, because you uprooted your whole family.
That's right.
Why did you decide to just all of a sudden go to this far-off, distant place?
I had always wanted to teach my children about the world through first-hand experience, like the ultimate field trip. So what better way? We had done some traveling. I had saved up some money, and we'd traveled around France and Ireland and England. But in order to spend a long time, it takes a lot of money. So I thought, well, why not uproot, go to an international school. And from Syria, we were, in a central place to go all around the Mediterranean and explore the cultures in that part of the world.
Very fascinating. So you learned quite a few lessons.
Oh, yes, yes.
Tell us all the good things and the bad things.
Well, it's not always easy to move into a new culture where you aren't familiar with the way of doing things, even simple things like manners, and to take children and to introduce them to a new culture as well is it's sometimes very difficult, but it can also be very exciting. We got to learn a little bit of new languages, a little bit of Arabic. My children took it at school, and I took some courses. We went to Italy and Egypt and all around.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the incredible pictures here, of course. We saw the
yes,
Sphinx
that's
moments
Jordan,
ago.
and that's the Dead Sea behind it.
Wow.
Yep. Yes, that's my youngest. And this is a group of the other expat family. We went on family walks together, and in Syria, there aren't very many tourists. It was basically us, and we could climb all over the ruins, and just fascinating learning. It's a fantastic global education opportunity. Yes.
Okay, so obviously, I mean, there's tragedy happening. Syria is a
Yes.
very difficult spot right now. The war is more than just destruction, obviously, of, beautiful places, monuments. People's lives.
That's right. Their lives have been totally crushed. Many people were able to leave. They got outside of Syria in time before the borders closed, and became refugees in other countries. And I was so happy to hear that 10,000 came to Canada, but there were still many stuck inside Syria with the borders closed, with no hope. They felt they had no hope. I received messages from friends and colleagues that were still living in Syria, asking if there was anything I could do to help them, but they had to have already made their way out of Syria to, say Lebanon or Turkey, and be in refugee camps there in order to apply to be refugees to come to Canada. So they were feeling rather hopeless. Their children were living in terror with the bombings every night. And
okay.
Yeah.
So is that the major problem then? The loss of hope has got to be the most
to me, I
difficult.
think that's probably the most significant thing, that the children are living in fear, growing up that way. A whole generation of children have been traumatized. And people that are out of the country now don't feel that they can take their children back ever to see where they grew up. Family and roots is a very, very important part to Syrian culture. And so it's a very big loss for them.
What does the term to be a global citizen mean to you?
To understand, to open your mind, to open your heart, and to other ways of seeing things. To not think that you know it all, and looking through your own privileged eyes, and to see things from another person's perspective.
Okay, so as far as Ottawa is concerned, how do you feel that we're handling the situation?
I think we have done really well in welcoming so many refugees and people from other countries, not even just refugees. I think steps forward from here would be get to know your neighbors. You know, the weather is great again. Everybody can go out and meet in the garden, walking down the street. Just open your minds to different ways of seeing the world and get to know them. Learn another language. There are so many languages here. We've got English and French, but there are so many First Nation languages that we can be learning, and the language of the people that are coming now to live in this land.
From start to finish, how long did it take for you to put this together?
It began as emails.
Yeah.
10, 15 years, no, 12 years ago. 2005 to 2007 is when I lived there. And those were emails. And then when I came back, I put it together and I tried sending it off to publishers. It didn't go anywhere. Then I got busy again with life and teaching. And about 2 years ago, when I came back from Japan and retired from teaching, I went full-time, so about 2 years.
Good job. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can find it on your website, of course?
Yes.
And other locations?
And it's available on Amazon and Chapters and at the bookstore on Beechwood.
Yeah,
and
perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Joan Sparling Migwans, we appreciate your time. It's called Uprooted. Check it out. Have a good day.